The honourable member for Hampton Calder, followed by Medicine Hat.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In 2008, private health insurance dealers, big pharma, and other hangers-on were lined up to cash in on this PC government's plan to charge seniors more for prescription drugs. Albertans responded and hit back that blatant attack on universal health care so far that it took this government 4 years to find it again. My question is to the Health Minister is this. Why did you think that you could dust off this dirty old policy to make seniors pay more for their prescriptions and not expect that sensible and caring Albertans would make you stand out on this once again?
Well, Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to talk about our policy with respect to how we're making drug and supplementary health benefit programs accessible to more Albertans. And what surprises me, Mr. Speaker, on a continual basis is the lack of recognition on the opposite side of the House for the fact that 20% of Albertans have absolutely no access to drug coverage in this province. Mr. Speaker, we are seeing drug costs grow at a rate like never before. Albertans continue to enjoy the broadest, best drug coverage in the country. We intend to keep it that way. What we have said, Mr. Speaker, is that we will pursue this by consolidating our 18 programs into one and a number of other measures.
Honourable member.
Well, given that this PC government has now twice tried to defy common sense to make seniors pay millions more for their prescriptions, why won't this minister stop putting his hands on the burners of the stove, smarten up, and stop rolling out this sort of two-tier American-style private health care and put in a universal pharmacy plan?
Mr. Speaker, the honourable member is welcome if he wants to raise the ire of Albertans, or at least attempt to, by talking about the United States. What we're interested in is Alberta and coverage for Albertans. Mr. Speaker, we will continue with our program to consolidate those 18 separate programs into one. We will continue to push the federal government, join our other provincial colleagues in pressing for national catastrophic drug coverage for Canadians, and we will continue to capitalize on our very good success in the last year in lowering drug prices that are paid by Albertans, both taxpayers and out of pocket.
Honourable member, final supplemental.
Well, given that in 2009 the income-based seniors pharmacy plan was shot down, 2014 the scheme to make seniors pay more for their prescriptions, that went up in flames too. Is this a pattern that you intend to follow to attack seniors specifically and universal health care in general? Mind you, maybe your PC government won't be here next time to pull these sorts of tricks.
Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, it's hardly a question of government policy, but I'll give him an answer of government policy. It would be very refreshing, actually, Mr. Speaker, and maybe we'll hear it in estimates, for this honourable member to demonstrate what knowledge he has, if any, about the very broad drug coverage that's offered in Alberta, about some of the very specific drug cost pressures, including drugs for which this honourable member and his colleagues and all members of this House are advocating for access to Albertans, his knowledge about the efforts of provinces and territories to work together to address this issue, to see Canada pool our population health risk and our financial resources to deliver a better level of coverage for Canadians. Maybe he's interested in that, Mr. Speaker.